Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. It's been a long time since I've made a video and I think it's time. I just wanted to explain why I'm taking a break from teaching with the online ESL companies I was working with. I'm not here to be negative about the companies. I am not here to be negative about online ESL at all. It has been a blessing to my family. I have been able to pay our bills and do what I need to do for our family having taught online ESL, and I still feel positive about the experience, but there is a reason that I'm taking a break, and I just wanted to share that. I know that burnout can be really common. We all wake up at crazy hours. The big reason that I needed a break was lack of sleep. Um, for good or for bad, I wear my Fitbit all the time and it keeps track of my sleep. And it was really eye-opening. I knew I was tired. I knew I was exhausted, let's be real. But when I would see that my average nightly sleep was 2.5 to 4 hours of sleep, day after day, week after week, for almost a couple of months, that was really, really eye-opening. That's not healthy. You can't live off that. And I was very exhausted. So I knew I needed something to change. I needed to pay our bills. I needed to work. I was also experiencing some difficult situations in the classrooms at all three companies. It was not one particular company that was causing me extra stress necessarily, but I think that the learning partners in at least one of the companies were gearing 9-year-old boys who didn't want to be there into my time slots. And it was difficult to have a lack of sleep and then get into the energetic mode of letting someone be enthusiastic about learning English when they didn't want to be there. And that made me even more tired. Of course, I had cute kids who wanted to work and who worked hard and whose parents were great, but it also just became one thing after another. I was tired, so I had little patience for a child being rude, or a child being downright disrespectful, or a parent being disrespectful. I'm here to help your kid, is what my thought process was. I'm here to help your child speak English. And a day after day of not feeling appreciated by the companies or the families got to me. Again, that was my impression of what I was experiencing. And again, I probably was reaching some of these kids, and so learning partners were throwing them in my slot. I understand. But it got to be, this isn't worth it for me. I was not making an incredible amount of money to be so stressed out, so tired, and to be such an enthusiastic cheerleader hour after hour after hour with really nothing coming back to fill my own bucket. And I needed a change. Now, basically what I did was look into Outschool. And I know. Everybody looks into Outschool. It's all over. YouTube is just full of people who are saying, oh, I made $5,000 my first month. I didn't. I'm not making that much money at all. But I have a child with special needs who has many appointments. I am able to schedule my job with Outschool, my classes with Outschool, I should say, in our life. I am sleeping now. Granted, it may be 6 hours, but boy, is that heavenly. I'm not feeling so exhausted all the time. So what I've done is I've taken a break from online ESL. I'm not burning any bridges. I understand that I may not get my contract back from ZebraEnglish when my contract is done, because they look at your record for the previous contract, and I just stopped and didn't really communicate with them. So I'm fine if they don't want to renew me. That's fine. Well, also what I've decided is there is so much fear and guilt that comes into teaching online ESL. I see it every day on Facebook groups. What if I cancel and my bookings go down? What if I upset this parent and they give me a bad review? I just got to a point, and I don't know, I'm just maybe an old lady who is tired of dealing with some of this stuff, but I'm over it. I will not live in fear and guilt. If it's better for my family to not have me wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning to teach, then that's what I'm going to do. It saddens me when I see so many people on Facebook groups who are teaching in hospitals, teaching in parking lots because I might upset a parent. That's just a really hard way to live, I think. Having so much fear and guilt in what we do is just not right, in my opinion. So I needed a break. And again, I may have just gotten too jaded, may have gotten too burnt out. It probably is more on me than about any other situation. So I have gone completely 100% full-time into Outschool. And like I said, I'm not making the huge bucks that your other folks on YouTube will tell you about, but it's getting more and more every month. This is my 3rd month. I think I've only been there 2 months, but September is my 3rd month that I'm keeping track of my pay, and each month it's getting a little more, and that's what I want. I want to grow a business. I want to be able to teach what I want to teach. The kids have been amazing. Up until this week, the parents have been incredible. There's good and bad in everything. And so I don't go into anything blind. I don't go into anything thinking this is perfect and this is terrible. That's just not how the world works, in my opinion and in my experience. But there's so many good things that are coming out of Outschool for me. I can pick the schedule I want. I can do overnights if I want to. And I have, and I've made good money doing that, teaching some really awesome kids around the world. But I don't have to. And if something comes up and I have to cancel a class, there's no guilt, there's no fear. I just cancel it. Of course, I explained to the parents, and I've only had to do this twice, I believe, in these 3 months. But Outschool will reimburse them all of their money and give them a $10 voucher for another class. So it smooths things over. They can't leave a bad review. And I'm not living in guilt and fear anymore. So it works better for me to be able to do this than the online ESL. Again, I did not burn any bridges. I can open slots at any of those 3 if I choose to. No guarantee that I would get booked, but I sure could if that was something I wanted to do. But for now, this is working for me. So hopefully I will continue to be happy working with Outschool. I've also applied for a similar company, which is called Homeroom. I've not heard back from them, and when I've touched base, they'll get back to me. So I don't know what the status is on that one. But this gives me more freedom. This makes me happier. I am not exhausted all the time. So I'm well rested. I'm able to give more to the students, and I'm making just about as much money as I did there. So hopefully I will be able to make some more videos about my Outschool experience, but I wanted to explain why I'm taking a break from online ESL. So if you are also taking a break or a break from a particular ESL company, let me know down below. What was your reason? Were you burned out? How did you get through the burned out process, or did you? I know some folks are just done and they leave online ESL completely, understandably so. But let me know your experience down below. I'd love to hear it. All right. Thank you so much for checking in. I will see you guys later. Bye, everyone.